Hello and welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for another episode of Umineko. Yeah, let's just go to the story because last episode intro was too long. I just want to give quick shout out for Fast because he gave really detailed information about daughter of Kyrie. And thanks, now I know her age, that she's 6 years old, and she got sick. At the conference, so yeah, and I don't have to apparently worry about her, so I will just try to forget about her. Anyway, let's just go to the episode. When they started hearing Butler snores, the relatives went their separate ways, leaving the parlor and letting Butler sleep in silence. Even though it had been so lively in the parlor, with so many people gathering there, when all of them scattered at once and were swallowed up by the vast mansion, it created an eerie silence, with no sound except of the rain.
Yeah.
Oh wait! Rudolph and Kyrie can also be like second sacrifice. Like, a lot of people can be second sacrifice. I still think that George might be one of the people in the second. Yeah. Or he will be chosen as the first sacrifice and like Rudolph and Kyrie as a second or something. I don't think Eva and Hideyoshi will die again, because it will not give us the same impact that it was in the first episode. I think we need like different people dying in each episode, so we won't get like predictive, you know?
そんな人間には一度も会ったことはないぜ。姉貴は。
会ったことなんてないわ。キリエさん、本当なの？
Okay, they're talking about Beatrice.
私もちょっと玄関ホールに出た時に挨拶をしただけです。20歳ちょっとくらいに見えたわ。
Okay.
私は名乗ったんだけど、彼女は名乗らなかった。源氏さんに案内されて2階へ登っていくのを見たの。
なら源氏さんを見つけて直接話を聞いた方が早いやろ。
Yep, definitely faster.
しかし妙な雲行きになってきよったな。
Also, I got a fun. I don't know why The mystery woman had spoken to Kyrie. Without naming herself, she would sneered that Kyrie should have had vague idea as to her identity. That brought someone to mind. And then there was her alike, the witch in the portrait. Also, this is apparently symbolical. This is not actual portrait, or anything changed.
そいつは自分が肖像画の魔女様だと。そう言いたいってのかよ。
私はそういう意味で笑ったんだろうと理解したわ。私とは初対面でも、私があなたの5歳だと知っているような口ぶりだった。
姉貴、本当にそんな奴は知らないんだね。
くどいわよ。そんな金髪女、この屋敷に出入りしたところなんて見たこともない。
そんなようなことはどうでもええで。問題はその女が自分はベアトリーチェだと名乗り、お父さんの財産管理人を名乗った場合の方や。
Ah,
あるいは
yep.
愛人の娘を自称して遺産の分配を要求するつもりかしら。いずれにせよとんでもないジョーカーが紛れ込んだものね。兄さんが呼んだの？それともお父様が？
まずいな。俺たちは兄貴をうまく言いくるめりゃなんとかできるものと思ってきた。しかしこれじゃ話が振り出しに戻っちまう。
あなたが私の知らないところでどんな策謀を巡らしてたのか知らないけれど、どうも少しは対策を立てる時間を得られたみたいね。
ああ、 その金髪姉ちゃんが今からわずかの時間でも対策を協議できる方がマシだ。
何しに現れたか分からへん以上撃てる対策も限られとるで。
I wonder how much she will influence the story, though. Will she like actually appear on the conference? Or she will just stay in her room just like Ginzo is doing right now? I still wonder what kind of letter Rosa got. What's the inside of it?
向こうの狙いは何なん
How
や。
we get in this episode?
決まってるでしょ。お父様の遺産の正当な後継者だと言い張るためよ。お父様は未だにベアトリーチェの虜なのよ。その娘がいたなら全財産を譲りたいと言い出すはずだわ。
Captivated? Oh, okay.
妙な遺言状でも突きつけてくるかもしれない。そりゃ裁判沙汰にすれば半分の4分の1は主張できるかもしれないけど、多分決着するまで遺産分割はできなくなるわよ。それは困る。私もルドルフも、もちろんローザもね。
俺たちはそれぞれの都合で早急にまとまった金がいる。俺たち最大のウィークポイントってわけだ。
Yep. Don't have time.
狙いは何だ、キリエ。読めるか。
初耳なんだけれど、私たちには急ぎまとまったお金が必要だという前提があるのね。
キリエさん、男の商売には攻めの時にこそ軍資金がいるようになる。それを分かっていな。
なあにルドルフ、キリエさんには話してなかったの？
すまん、隠してたわけじゃないんだ。実はちょいとした。
いいわ。あなたが私に話す必要がないと判断した話なんだから、それをこの場では追求しない。それよりキュームは黄金の魔女様の狙いを探ることなんでしょ。
ああ、俺たちの話を整理した上で敵の撃ってくる手が見えるか。
Rudolf had a certain measure of trust in Kyrie's unique thinking technique. Chessboard thinking, yeah. Butler learned from her. Of course, it didn't give him any more peace of mind than fortune telling. But every time Rudolf was polishing up some important strategy, he would give a great deal of thought to Kyrie's advice. For a while, Kyrie pressed her finger against her forehead, considering.
今日の今日まで彼女が訪れることが伏せられていた以上、
This soundtrack... I'm not sure if it's new. Maybe it is. Or it's a variation of some older one.
彼女は私たちに何らかのサプライズを与える目的があった。それが財産なのか、親族としての認知なのかは分かりかねるわ。
Okay, I think I recognize this. Unless I heard it in the playlist of the soundtrack.
でも今日の今日まで訪れることを伏せていたということは、事前に知らせることで対応を打たれたくなかったと言えるかもしれない。ということは、彼女の目的は対応を打たれると不利になるものらしい。わかる？
なるほどな。例えば親父が以前に書かせた遺言状そのものだとか、血縁の認知とそれを証明できるものだとか、それが揺るぎないもので盤石な証拠だというなら、むしろそれは予告するはずだろうよ。
そうね。むしろ疑う立場にある私たちに弁護士でも鑑定士でも連れてこさせて、グーの音も出ないくらいに事実を突きつけるべきなのよ。それができるならね。
つまり 奇襲狙いという時点で敵は真正面からの正攻法では勝てんちゅうことを意味するわけやな。道理や。絶対勝てる切り札は堂々と切るに限るで。回りくどい切り方はむしろ切り札を曇らせるもんや。
結論から言うと、皆さんがご就寝の遺産問題に直接もしくは間接的に絡む相当のサプライズが突きつけられると予想されるわね。おそらく向こうはそのインパクトだけでこちらを圧倒できるつもりでいる。しかしその何かは相当のインパクトを伴いながらも絶対ではない。
つまりそこがこちらのつけ込む余地というわけね。
あんたはほんま頭の切れるお人や。これだけでも分かればだいぶ心強いで。つまり相手のペースに飲み込まれるなっちゅうことやな。
Yep.
結局のところ非常にシンプルな結論よ。
I just love how Curie and Butler are getting to their conclusions with this chessboard technique.
相手が何を切り出そうとも焦らず冷静に対応する。
Also, yeah, this technique didn't work before because there was no batteries on the chessboard, basically.
交渉術の初歩の初歩じゃない。これじゃあ相手の思考を読めたとはとても言えないわ。
いいや、相変わらずなかなかのもんだぜ。こちらに攻める余地があると分かれば余裕も変わってくるってもんだ。
わからないのは彼女とクラウス兄さんの関係ね。クラウス兄さんにとってもサプライズなのか、それとも彼女を呼んだのは他でもないクラウス兄さん自身なのか。
Yep, this is one big... We don't know for them.
もし後者だったなら随分と厄介なことになるかもしれないわよ。
そうね。謎の女を親族会議の当日にこっそり呼びつける。いやらしいセンスがどことなく兄さんっぽい感じもする。
兄貴、こうしよう。女の正体がはっきりと証明できない限り、俺らはその女のいかなる身分も認めない。
Okay. Well, by their perspective, it can be just some random actress hired by Kraus. She just make a makeup, hair and stuff just to look like a Beatrice and claim that, hey, I'm Beatrice. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, that makes a lot of sense. And she cannot prove that she is a witch, the Beatrice, unless she make actually like some miracle, like magic, like on the conference. I don't know, like everyone will say that. I don't know what. Some kind of magic. Well, Butler in Meta Wars is still in the deny for that, but yeah. Actually, they can also get into deny as well if they see the magic like that in plain open. Like, hey, she tricked us. This is like no way she can do that, and she's just playing around. Yeah, there might be that. So they're in kinda good position.
現にキリエさんに対して名乗ってすらいない。
Yep.
正体不明の女の発言で私たちの会員がかき回されちゃたまらないわ。
血縁証明でも示してみせるかもしれんで。お父さんの血が流れてることが例えば母子手帳でも示されたらどうにもならん。
I wonder if this new outfit of her have the sign. Oh yeah, she have on her tie. Kyria didn't sew it? Huh. Okay. Also, I started to like that outfit a lot.
証明物なんかいくらでも偽装を疑える。仮にそれが本物だったとしても、当人が本人だと証明するには病院沙汰にしなきゃならん。
Yeah.
少なくとも今の六軒島でそれを証明することは不可能だ。
その通りね。つまりこういうことよ。今の六軒島では何が示されても真実だと受け入れることはできない。台風が去って叱るべき場所で証明してみせるまで何も信じられないってことよ。
I wonder if the real butler that is in that other plane influenced like their way of thinking. I mean, like I said in the last episode, I think they're just like role playing. So he's just maybe telling the Beatrice what they think about that. So it's actually what the butler thinks. Because he thinks what they will think. And tell Beatrice what they think. Because what he thinks. Does it make sense?
そういうので上げ足を取りまくるのは姉貴の得意技だな。任せるぜ。
バカ言ってんじゃないわよ。あんたも協力するのよ。私たちにはお金がいる。それも急ぎまとまった額が。私たちは運命共同体よ。こんなところでひょっこり現れた謎の女に遺産のあてをぶち壊されてたまるもんですか。
Rudolph and Eva always formed a united front as siblings at times like this, sickened by the idea that their own inheritance might be snatched away by an outsider. Kyria noticed how indomitable they looked, shook her head slightly, and gave a small sigh as she gazed out the window. Outside, it was still raining heavily, and everything was grey, having lost all vibrance. The large garden that the sun had shone on earlier now felt like a lie. For some reason, the words Eva said a second ago kept repeating in Kiri's head. So in other words, it's something like this. No matter what's shown to us on Rokkenjima, it can be accepted as truth. This is like a really valid point for Butler to not believe in Beatrice, because she can't prove her identity basically. Well, she can still show magic, but we all know that Butler is like still like, nah, it's not magic. Nah, not possible. And they can be also the same, to be honest. Like I said, like in the real world, if you would see something that appears like magic, it's probably illusion or something that you would like think, okay, calm down. At that moment, the island was closed off by the typhoon and isolated. They had access to no public institutions and no hospital. So on this island, no matter what manner of proof related to the outside world was shown, it would always be possible to call it a lie. It would be impossible to prove that something was the truth. Now that they were isolated from the outside, all truths where proof lay in the outside world would be called lies. So does that mean that right now on this Rokkenjima, no truth exists at all? Okay, I didn't thought about that. That's kinda the point. Does it mean that everything will now be ruled by lies alone? It almost gives the illusion that we've left the human world of truth and have been shut away inside another world, one of lies. This is wow. Can you remember that woman's appearance one more time? I like this portrait. I really like this portrait. How Beatrice looks on this one. I think I like this portrait more than the original one, to be honest. I don't know why, there's something about... There's a lot of confidence in this posture in her face here. I don't know, I like this portrait more. What do you think? She remembered both what she had looked like and the witch of the portrait. On this island, which has been cut off from the world of humans and shut away in the world of non-humans, a non-human being has come to visit. Kyrie couldn't think of the smile that had appeared on that woman's face as anything other than a portent of misfortune. I get a feeling my chessboard thinking missed a vital premise, one that will be necessary to understand that misfortune-bearing smile. Yes, that smile made me feel as though someone inhuman was mocking me. I've based my reasoning on the assumption that our opponent is human like us. However, just like this island now, she might be a being that isn't human, and human values may not matter to her. If that's true, all of our reasoning is useless. For what reason has the witch been invited here today? Only one thing is certain. Now in this instant, she's staying somewhere in this vast mansion. I just realized Kyrie is not denying witch. Like, she's thinking, what if it's a witch? She's not like, witch don't exist, just fuck you. And yeah. And we have, once again, Rosa and Maria. Best mom! You should get a reward.
今日のお昼にお外で私たち会ったわよね。
Yep. Rosa is like a link in this episode between Beatrice and the rest of the siblings, I think. She's the only one who witnessed the magic of Beatrice. At this point.
女の人に。あれは誰？おお。ベアトリーチェ。マリアは以前にベアトリーチェと会ったことがあるの？おお、毎年会ってる。
Okay.
毎年？この六軒島のお屋敷で？おお。じゃわからないでしょ。そうなの？
It means yes.
いつから会ってるの？何年前から？わかんない。わからない？どうして？去年？一昨年？もっと前から。
Rosa was astonished. Only the Ushuremia family mansion exists on this island. So there couldn't have been any humans other than themselves here. So yeah, Maria can't remember. Probably she'd been seeing Beatrice like from the very beginning when she got first time on this island. But humans are not like to remember their early days. So it's like, I remember I know her from like always, but I don't know when it started. So I assume that Maria, since the beginning, could saw her. And probably got influenced a lot by her. And yet, Maria said she would be meeting with a suspicious woman every year during the family conference. If what Maria said was the truth, then that strange woman called Beatrice had been at the family conference every year. That's insane. As Maria saying that eerie woman was at the family conference every year and none of us even noticed it? Even though Rosa had just met the woman herself a couple of hours ago in the rose garden. She was overcome with a strange emotion that told her to not accept that existence. What in the world did I met with earlier today in the rose garden? As the typhoon grew near and the winds roared.
マリア、
Okay. Last episode I thought like maybe Canon will be the main protagonist of the story, but I'm really not sure right now. I have several picks for this episode. It might be Butler again. It might be Rosa. It might be Kyrie. Or it might be Canon. That's my 4 picks for now. That will have a perspective of one of these 4 people in this episode. They are fairly even in the story right now.
あなたは毎年彼女と会ってると言ったわね。会って何をしてるの？
Okay. We sing songs and learn magic. That's normal, that's what you do with some random people that you meet.
魔法陣の書き方も習うの。
Great!
そう。
Rosa, yeah, you may be a little bit worried about your daughter's mental health right now.
それはすごいわね。マリアがよく自由帳に落書き
Yeah, probably the magic circles.
じゃない。魔法陣を書いたりしてるわよね。それも彼女に教えてもらったの。ベアトリーチェにね、お手本書いてもらうの。ほらほら、見て見て。
Maria joyfully fished around in her handbook. Then, she drew out a single notebook and began opening to that page. Most of the pages were covered with drawings that were literally scribes. All of them were occult-like things. And, while it might sound rude to Maria, who was joyfully flipping through the pages, they were all creepy.
ほらこれ、ベアトリーチェが書いてくれた。
Oh well, shit. Oh, we saw this. Yep, we saw all of this in the episode 1. Each one of the pages in the group Maria opened to had an eerie magic circle. Furthermore, at a glance, Rosa could see that Maria hadn't drawn them. The strength of the strokes, the thickness of the lines, how clean the shape was. By itself, it wasn't enough to guess the background of the person who had written it. But it was enough for Rosa to be sure that it was someone older than Maria. Rosa had to accept it now. Yep. There really was a person with Rokenjima that she herself hadn't known existed until now. And this person had come to the family conference every year to play with Maria.
マリア、その魔女のベアトリーチェはここに住んでいるの？それとも私たちのように島の外に住んでいるの？
Well, she's kinda bind to this island, so yeah.
おう、ベアトリーチェはロッケン島の魔女だからこの島に住んでる。じゃあ親族会議のない日にもこの島にいる？
Yep.
言うのね。ふうじゃわからないでしょ。
Best mom is snapping again.
うん。
What in the... What in the... I can't believe it. I can't believe it. How long has this unknown witch been living in this island? I used to live on this island. I lived on this island, passing the time in the mansion, in the rose garden. And even so, I never encountered a witch like that. Right? Does she have like some vague memories? That she saw something, maybe?
ママ、ママ、どうしたの？ママ。頭が痛い。
I was probably getting a little mixed up with my memories from when I was a young girl. When I was young, I was terrified of the witch, unlike Maria. So for me, the name Beatrice was a synonym of terror. Surely, my fear from those days had been revived by the appearance of a woman going by that name. She can't be a witch. She's obviously a human calling herself Beatrice, right? That's right. that witch entrusted me with an envelope. What in the world could that be? Rosa pulled the western envelope out of her pocket. We're getting this in this episode, right? It was one of the envelopes that bore the Ushiremiya family crest, which Kinzo used for his personal letters. And its red sealing wax had even been sealed by the head ring, which Kinzo held. Which meant this envelope belonged to the Ushiremiya family head. In other words, it was from father. Why was a woman calling herself Beatrice holding it? And why did she give it to me? That's right. I'm sure she said to read it aloud at dinner. What in the world could be written inside? A sense of uncertainty gripped Rosa. As if opening this envelope might let loose incredible misfortune. However, at the same time, the curiosity sprouted up too, urging her to find out what was written inside before other siblings could. Using common sense, one might guess that it contained a huge decision, somehow related to father inheritance. Opening stuff like that is a huge problem for a person who's going to read this aloud. Why? Because she knows the insides and she will be like main suspect to make this all stuff up, basically. Because she can act like she's shocked and stuff, but it will eventually come out that she already knew that. There will be like some surprised question and she will just like, oh yeah, I knew that. Something like that, you know? Just to put it simple. So if she read this now, she's fucked. I'm sorry. Actually, since she would received it from a woman who called herself Beatrice, there simply had to be some connection. Does that mean this person wants, not just the 4, but a total of 5 people to be included in the inheritance? I need a large sum of money, and I can't wait long. I feel like such a sinful daughter for this discussing father's inheritance while he's still alive. But this is no time to spout off cheap ideals. And I've even colluded with Rudolf Nissan and Eva Nessan in order to get some money out of Kraus Nissan. Coming from that position, I can't help but to see the appearance of the witch as a sign of approaching misfortune. What could be written in here? I'm sure it's something frightening. Should I read it in secretly myself first? Like I said, nope. Don't do that. It's better to get confused and like think about solution with everyone than read it and know the context beforehand. Also, you will break the seal, which will tell everyone that you read it, or like if you don't show the envelope that you wrote it by yourself, which is even worse. And yeah, this is like a lot of like borderline stuff that can happen. Yeah, and probably will happen because there's too many wrong things that can go with this. The wish requests that it be read at the dinner table with everyone gathered. But if that's what she wanted, why couldn't she read it aloud herself at the dinner? That's one of the things that I wonder. Because she clearly don't want to be influenced too much with everyone, and I wonder why. Maybe not everyone can see her actually. What if she's not visible to everyone actually? And she have like only enough power to show herself just to few people. Huh. Why did she go to all the trouble of entrusting it to me? Simply put, is it because she doesn't mind if I read it secretly beforehand? It would be better to secretly read the contents first. I understand that would mean breaking my promise, but this is no longer the time for cheap ideals. Depending on the contents, I should probably discuss it with Eva Nissan and Rudolf Nissan too. They're always really good thinkers when it comes to this kind of thing. When I gulped and put my hand on the receiving wax, something suddenly pulled on my sleeve and I let out a small scream.
Nani?
Maria?
マリアなの。
Yeah, Beatrice told you to read it later, not now.
驚かせないで。何？おー、ダメ。
And Maria's expression was the same portent of misfortunes she'd felt from the witch, and it sent a tingle up her spine.
ベアトリーチェはママに、その手紙は晩餐で読みなさいって言った。魔女の約束は破っちゃダメだよ。
I don't know why, but I love this twisted version of Maria.
違うわよ。ちょっと封筒を見ただけじゃない。約束は守るわよ。
Also, I think... What do you think about me making a tier list of like best character, I think? For each episode, like... I finished episode 1, I can make a tier list out of this. And then... When I finish episode 2, I can like adjust it. And then we'll get like final tier list at the end. What do you think? Maybe I will do video like that when I still have kind of fresh memory of episode 1. I can always just check out like episode 1 was going out, but I'm pretty sure I have my thoughts on this. Yeah, it's not like topic for this video, but yeah. It's just like my random thought.
ママもいつもマリアに約束は守りなさいって言ってるもんね。ママももちろん約束は守るわよ。うん。ママはいい子。
Wow. Wow. So good.
その笑い方可愛くないからやめなさい。おお。そういえばマリアも封筒をもらったわよね。中にはなんて書いてあったの？開けてない。ベアトリーチェは開ける時が来るまで開けちゃダメって言った。だから大事に持ってる。うん。
Yep. I wonder when the time comes. At the end? When she will go to the Golden Land? Because she said this is the invitation. And she didn't receive the invitation in the first episode. Maybe that's why she got regrets at the end. Like, you know, in the end scene. I was talking about that several times now.
マリアはベアトリーチェの言うことはちゃんと聞くのね。うん。マリアはベアトリーチェの弟子だから、お師匠の言うことはちゃんと聞くの。そう。
Rosa realized something. Mixed in with Maria's gaze was a glint of someone that wasn't her. As my theory of Maria getting possessed, right? Ah. But we still see Beatrice in her physical form. So it's not like she's... Maybe she's just like preparing a vessel for herself. I actually talked about that a few episodes ago, I think. Like I thought that she's like teaching Maria to make her like a vessel for herself when she basically revives. When she revives, she will need a vessel to contain her like spirit, her like non-physical form. And Maria is a candidate or something. Because I think that Beatrice right now is not stable. Like she's shown to few people, but I don't think she can show herself to everyone. Or she's being like invisible and just showing herself to some people that she fits. Maybe once she's like in this VIP room, she's like basically invisible and she's like resting up. If Rosa broke the rules and opened the envelope here, Beatrice would definitely learn of it. Because Maria was the witch's discipline. Maria was in contact with that witch.
ママは約束を守るわ。だから安心するようベアトリーチェに言ってね。伝える。ねえマリア、ベアトリーチェとお話をしたいんだけど、どうすれば会えるのかしら。知らない。
Okay, so even she don't know that Beatrice in the VIP room.
ベアトリーチェはとても気まぐれだから、いつも突然姿を現すの。マリアからは会う方法を知らない。でもね、いつもマリアのことを見てるの。だからマリアが困っていると、後できっと助けてくれるの。
I wonder if she is actually in like two states in this episode, like in her physical form and her like ghostly form, I guess.
きっとね、姿を消してマリアの近くに隠れてるんだよ。その笑いをやめなさいといつも言ってるでしょ。
Rosa reflexively hit Maria on the head. That put a stop to Maria laughing, but it was able to erase the color that had risen to those eyes. A color that seems to bear a portent of misfortune. Rosa swore. She swore that, at least until they left this island, she would not leave Maria alone. She couldn't allow an unknown being to make direct contact with her daughter any longer. Rondo of the Witch and Reasoning. Umineko no Naku Koroni. Okay. So 2 hours. We have 6 hours until first deaths. Nice. At least according to the episode 1. No. Yeah, because it was on each Twilight.
マリア、戻ってこねえな。
Wait, no, Twilight were like... It was just an order, it wasn't like nights. It all happens during 2 days, right? Right, yeah. Yeah, the first 6 died on like... at the night. And on the other day, the rest of them died, and then... on the midnight, everything ended.
またローザおばさんに叱られてるのかな。
Even since they met Maria at the airport, she would be romping around, chatting around about Halloween this whole time. But maybe she could lose a little too much, acting a little too boisterous on the plane, on the boat and during lunch, because Rosa had cautioned her several times. At times like that, Aunt Rosa tended not to scold her much in front of people. More often, she would take Maria aside and scold her on. So since Maria had been caught off somewhere, I figured she must be being scolded. When they looked at the clock, they realized it was almost 6. Of course, they couldn't imagine she would have been getting scolded all this time. Maybe it was time for some anime she watched every week to start. She probably hadn't left the mansion parlor.
ひょっとするとバトラ様がお目覚めになって一緒に遊ばれているのかもしれませんね。
マリアちゃんにとってバトラ君は新しい友達のような感じだったろうからね。
Yeah, they're a good match. Until like second half of episode 1, when Marias goes like full crazy, Butler have no idea what the hell is going on.
そのバトラ君と飛行場でハロウィンごっこをするのがきっととても楽しかったんだよ。
Yeah.
バトラもずいぶんはしゃいでたな。あいつ
図体はでかくなったってのに、中身は昔っから全然変わらねえぜ。
I think I just realized that. Or we never had sprite like this before? We probably had the sprite before. But I never realized that. She had the crest on her arm here. I think I never saw that, for some reason. Why I missed that? Did I miss that? Or I'm just like... Okay, I think I just missed that. This is the same outfit that she had before, right? I will check the episode 1 later. I don't know why. I feel like I missed that for some reason. I knew that she had a crest. Obviously, because she's like one that potentially will be like the head of the family later on. Most likely. But yeah. I don't know. I might be retarded.
そうですね。バトラ様は6年前のままでいてくださった気がします。
シャノンは6年前のバトラ君のこと覚えてるんだ。
ええ、何しろ大層お元気な方でしたから。
僕も6年前に4人で遊んだことを思い出すよ。シャノンはだいぶお姉さん風だったね。
そうだな。今よりしっかりしてた気がするぜ。
それはあの頃は身の程をわきまえておりませんでしたもので、いろいろと失礼いたしました。
いいよ、そんな礼儀云々は。仕事中はともかく、こうして休み時間に過ごす時の僕らはあの頃から変わらない仲良しで居続けたいね。
そうだぜ。使用人のシャノンとオフの時の作用は使い分けていいだろ。奴隷じゃないんだぜ。使用人の仕事をしてるだけじゃないかよ。私はシャノンとは、サヨとは一番古い友人だと思ってるぜ。
We have her true name more often. We still don't know Canon true name.
ありがとうございます、お嬢様。
It seems that Sharon understood the hidden meaning behind Jessica's words. After all, she would heard a bit about Jessica and Canon history from both of them. Apparently, George had heard something of that history too. He walked towards the window and looked up the darkening rainy sky.
カノン君はまだ幼いのに考え方が少し背伸びしてるところがあると思うんです。
いや、
Well, he gave up to the witch.
もうよしてくれよ。まあ私も雰囲気に流されてたところはあったと思うしさ。まあシャノンたちのことを見てちょっと羨ましいとか思って気がせいていたの。私のことなんかどうでもいいだろ。それよりジョージ兄さんたちの方はどういう感じなんだよ。だいぶいい感じなんだろ。
どうなんでしょう。
とてもいい感じだよ。
Sharon was lost for words, her face red, while George answered brightly and immediately. That carefree attitude made it easy to see that the relationship was processing so perfectly, it would make anyone envious.
焼けるぜ。ってことはシャノンもそのうち寿大社ってわけなんだ。
どうなんでしょう。私には
どうなんだろうね。僕にもわからないね。
George laughed teasingly, as though pressing Shannon for an answer. It was probably the way they usually flirted when they were alone. Jessica could only smile bitterly and say yes, yes, thank you. That's enough.
僕には夢がある。それは一国一城の主になりたいというビジネス的な野望だけじゃない。生涯を共にできる伴侶と幸せな家族を築きたいという夢もある。子供は最低でも2人欲しいとか、家族で一緒にできるスポーツをしたいねとか、他にもいろいろ。そんな話をよくシャノンとはするよ。こんなことを話すといつもシャノンには気が早いですねと笑われるんだけど、僕はこの年のうちからもうなぜか落ち着いた老後のことを考えてしまうんだよ。元気に成長した子供たちと駆け回る孫たちと、そういうものに囲まれていつまでもシャノンと二人ゆっくりと余生を送れたらなって。
そりゃ確かに気の早い話だぜ。でもなんていうのか、そのジョージ兄さんらしい話だな。
そんな家族に囲まれたらさぞ素敵でしょうね。私が思い描いていた理想の家族もそんな感じだったと思います。
To Shannon, who had been raised in an orphanage, that harmonious image of the family was probably something to be yearned for. And George, who had made an absolute promise to grant that wish for her, may truly have been a fitting person for her to spend her life with. To Jessica, Shannon was a precious friend. George was surely the one most fit to entrust that friend's future to.
まあ水を差すわけじゃねえけど、秀吉おじさんはともかくエヴァおばさんとかどうなわけ？
Yeah, she was not happy about that when she learned about this in the episode 1. She didn't tell anything. Sean was died at the time and George was like devastated. But she wasn't happy about that at all.
説得は大変じゃないの？
そんなことは誰も気にする必要はないよ。僕が誰を伴侶に選ぶかは誰にもはばかられない。シャノンは僕が幸せにする。それに誰の許可が？
Yep.
ジョージ兄さんかっこいいぜ。よくそんな恥ずかしいセリフを堂々と。昔の兄さんはそういうキャラじゃなかったと思ったんだけどな。
Well, she's like the eldest here.
男子3日合わざれば刮目して待つべしさ。僕だって成長する。シャノンを幸せにするために僕はもっともっと勉強してふさわしい男に成長するつもりだよ。
Maybe even George realized how embarrassing the words coming out of his mouth were. His face turned very slightly red, and he scratched his head.
ジョージさん。
大丈夫。母さんは確かにごねるかもしれないけど、僕に任せておけばいい。親族全員に君が僕の伴侶だと認めさせてみせる。
すっげえな。シャノンが羨ましいぜまったく。
I wonder if Eva is capable of killing someone. I don't think she is. I want to believe that she isn't capable of that. But what if Eva kills Shannon?
そこまで言ってもらえて、恐縮です。
っていうかよ、私はお邪魔虫なんじゃないかって気がしてきたぜ。席を外した方がいいか？
As Jessica rose with a forced smile from her bed she's been sitting on, the phone rang. before Jessica picked up the receiver, wondering what this could be. About Sean looked at the clock and jumped. Apparently, she spent too much time on her break.
すみません。私、お勤めの時間を忘れておりました。これで失礼します。
At the time Jessica picked up the phone, Sean began dashing out of the room.
あ、シャノン。また、いつもの時間に、いつもの場所で。
Huh.
はい。失礼します。
もしもし、ジェシカです。ああ、ゲンジさん。はい。シャノンは今そっちに戻ってますよ。私たちが引き止めちゃったんです。叱らないでやってください。ええ。はい。
そっか。もうじき夕飯の準備の時間なんだね。
Yep. And I think I will leave that for the next episode. The preparing of dinner and the dinner itself probably will have in the next episode. So, yeah. Thank you for being with me and for watching this episode. I hope you liked it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. So for now, Pocket Watch is going out.